Number 10. Dance. Dance shouldn't even be considered a sport. It is so much more than that. In dance, you must have exceptional flexibility, confidence, and grace, ability to take corrections, memorization, agility, blood, sweat, and tears. Dance is an amazing thing to do. I take jazz, ballet, quaint, OW, contemporary modern, musical theater, and hip-hop. When I dance, I feel free and fearless, like I can do anything. Dance is my all-time favorite sport and very popular in the United States. It is really fun and also competitive. You need a lot of flexibility to do the sport. Number 9. Wrestling. Wrestling is a combat sport involving grappling-type techniques such as clinch fighting, throws and takedowns, joint locks, pins and other grappling holds. I'm only in 7th grade and the captain of the wrestling team. Did I mention I was a girl? Wrestling changed my life. It's an excellent way to stay in shape. Just release your anger upon your opponent and go full force. Number 8. Tennis. Tennis is a racket sport that can be played individually against a single opponent or between two teams of 2 players each. It's so much more than just hitting a ball back and forth, and many people don't understand that. It requires discipline, and good aim, but so much more as well. And whoever said football isn't hard isn't correct. My brother plays football and I've watched his practice before, and it is hard. I don't know if gymnastics is harder, but I think it is. It definitely builds up your pain tolerance and strength. Number 7. Swimming. Swimming is an individual or team sport and activity. Competitive swimming is one of the most popular Olympic sports, with events in freestyle, backstroke, breaststroke, and butterfly. Swimming is ranked one of the toughest sports in the world. It is truly the best. It takes mental and physical strength and is not just a skill you can pick up. A few football players at my school tried to swim one year. They quit after a day because they just couldn't take it. Swimming keeps you in top shape because it works more than any other sport. Number 6. Gymnastics. Gymnastics is a sport involving the performance of exercises requiring strength, flexibility, balance and control. Gymnastics is very amazing. Try doing a jump to the high bar, kick cast to handstand, fly off the bar and come back on, then doing a kick cast to handstand, push away, double backflip twists. You know what, I bet no one except gymnasts know 100% of those skills and you probably know about 25% or less. So if you think we are just girls who wear pretty old leotards and flick their wrists sometimes, you have very wrong, because at my gym we bleed sweat and hurt ourselves. And guess what my coach says? Tough, go out there and try again. If you don't, why don't you go home? In other sports your coach probably say that you should sit down. Well, at gymnastics that isn't really a choice. Number 5. Hockey. Hockey is not only a physical game but it is a very mental game too. You always have to be thinking ahead. You have to be ready for what's going to happen next or else you lose. Baseball is boring because there's so much downtime in between hits. Hockey keeps you in shape year-round and is fast-paced so you are never bored. Number 4. Soccer. Association football, more commonly known as football or soccer, is a sport played between 2 teams of 11 players with a spherical ball. The goal is to score the ball on the other team's goal. Soccer is the most popular, the most played and the most watched sport in the world. I've played soccer most of my life. I love it. All sports are great but I prefer soccer, and so does most of the world. People say soccer isn't rough, but it is. When a ball hits you in the face anywhere really it hurts, also when you get kicked, tripped, pushed, elbowed, etc. Number 3. Baseball. Baseball is a bat and ball game played between 2 teams of 9 players each who take turns batting and fielding. I saw this list and almost spit my drink all over my computer. Soccer is above baseball? Okay, how many times has soccer, or basketball or football for that matter, been referred to as the American pastime? How many more people followed baseball intently for the past century and a half in America than soccer? I can understand football being number 1. I love it just as much as baseball, but being a baseball player I think it is ridiculous that it is below soccer and basketball. Number 2. Football. American football is a sport played by 2 teams of 11 players on a rectangular field with goalposts at each end. Football is number 1. In my opinion, should be voted to be the American pastime. The sport doesn't take hours for it to be played out like baseball, and rarely ends in low-digit scoring like soccer or hockey. It's also a physical matchup. That's what makes it interesting. Number 1. Basketball. Basketball is a sport played by two teams of 5 players on a rectangular court. The objective is to shoot a ball through a hoop 18 inches in diameter and 10 feet high mounted to a backboard at each end. Basketball is the best sport in the whole wide world. It's my favorite sport ever. I love basketball. It kicks butt. It's beastly. Go basketball. Best sport in the US. Should be number 1 on the top 10 list, but second works well as well. I hope it gets to number 1 soon.